Welcome to the ACT video series. In this video, I'll show you how to navigate the basic areas of your new ACT for Windows desktop installation. I have logged into my ACT database, and at the top of the window, you'll see the menu bar like you would expect in almost any desktop application. Directly below that are these big buttons which contain the most commonly used functions in ACT. On the left, we have our navigation pane. At the top, you'll find some lookup tools where you can very easily search for a contact or other records. And then below that are the navigation buttons themselves. These buttons will take you quickly into each feature of ACT. Let's look at each of these ACT features in the navigation pane now, and I'm going to start by clicking the Contacts button at the top. In the Contact view at the top, you'll see the Contact Detail toolbar. This allows you to switch from a detail view to a list view of your contacts. From the detail view, you can use the arrow buttons to skip from one record to the next in your current lookup. Other buttons here allow you to print or duplicate the current contact record. You can also write letters or emails to the contact, attach a file, view the address of the contact on a map, and of course, the Save button is there to save any changes that you might make to this contact record. Now, the first contact record that you're going to pull up is called the My record. This is your record, so any information you add to this record should reflect you, the user, and not one of your contacts. The contact detail view that you see here is split into two sections. The top half is like a business card where you can enter specific information about the contact. The bottom area consists of tabs that allow you to enter more detailed information concerning the contact. These tabs collect information about your contacts such as activities, opportunities, history records, and notes about the contact. You can also attach documents and much more. We're going to look at each of these tabs in detail in the Contacts video section. Now let's look at groups. Simply put, groups are made up of two or more contact records. You can organize them in any way that makes sense to you. Group records are also separated into two sections. The basic group information is at the top, and then, just like contacts, the bottom section contains a series of tabs. These tabs contain more detailed information about your group. Next, let's look at companies. Now, a company is just a type of group where all contacts are grouped together based upon the company where they work. Both companies and groups have a list on the left side that allows you to easily navigate to any specific company or group in your database. Companies differ from groups in that here at the top you can gather more information about the company. Again, down below there are tabs which allow you to gather additional details about the company. These tabs are similar to what we've already seen in contacts and groups. Now let's look at the calendar. The calendar is organized into 4 different views accessible from the toolbar buttons at the top. You can view your daily calendar, your work week calendar, your weekly calendar, and even your monthly calendar. On the daily calendar, the hours of your workday have been highlighted. In the Preferences area of ACT, you can change these hours as well as the days that you consider your work week. At the top of your calendar, you'll see a filter bar. Here, you can filter calendar items by type, by priority, and even by the owner of calendar activities. On the right side of the screen is a mini calendar, and if you notice any of these dates are bolded, that just means that you have an activity scheduled on that day. Let's move on now to the task list area. This shows a listing of all activities based off of your filtered settings at the top. Related to the task list is the history list. The history list shows all activities that have already occurred in the past and have been cleared. Just like the task list, there are several filters available at the top to narrow the items in your view. You can also perform a keyword search on your history list to find history records that contain specific search words. Next, let's move to the Opportunities area. The Opportunities list view that you see here shows you all of the opportunities for your company. You can use the filter bar on the right to narrow or expand this list according to the filters that you want. When you double-click any of the opportunities from this list, ACT will display the detail view for that opportunity. On this screen, you can see the opportunity name, its status, and its current stage along the process pipeline. On the left, there are totals that signify what this opportunity is worth, as well as the probability that this opportunity will close with a win. The tabs down below indicate which products or services are included with this opportunity, along with contact information for whom this opportunity is associated. You can also create notes about this opportunity or even save documents like quotes or invoices as attachments to this record. When you click the pipeline view, you'll be able to see a visual representation for your opportunities based upon the filters that you choose on the right side of the screen. For example, I can easily switch from a view of this year's opportunities to this month's opportunities. Down below, you can use the interactive Kanban board to easily progress your opportunities from one stage to the next by simply clicking and dragging them from one column to another column in the list. Now let's look at the Act Insight dashboard. Act Insight allows you to get several types of information about your company at a glance. Each of the dashboard components that you see here can be filtered and edited to show only the information that you want to monitor. Currently, we're looking at the Key Insights view, but you can switch to a number of different pre-populated views that come included with Act Insight. This concludes the first portion of the Act video series, and in future videos, we're going to explore marketing automation, connecting Act to third-party tools, and we'll look at each of the options in the left navigation with greater detail.